Greetings. We are pleased to be here, and we are wanting to be able to support you in your quest for your abilities to be more defined, to be more focused, to be more allowing of what is happening in the transmutation and transmissions that all of you are allowing now at this moment. We invite you to open up your crown chakras and open up your abilities to feel more, of the love that is here for you, that has always been here for you. All you have to do is step into that vortex. In other words, oftentimes when you are in the middle of a hurricane, of course, we have spoken about hurricanes quite a bit, and we understand that it is quite an interesting topic to talk about when you are at sea. And what we would like to say is that the eye of the hurricane is the big I, the capital I, the stillness, the quiet, the connected part, that you are always connected to that. And oftentimes, when you dip down or bend over and you are in the midst of the hurricane with all of the debris and all of the storm and all of the chaos and all the things that aren't working in your life, all you have to do is just stand back out, stand back in, stand in the center, and it becomes still again. And we are reminding you of this because we know that many of you know how to center yourself. And we are just reminding you that through the chaos that is happening in your planet now, all the things that are not of the light, all of the things that are happening that make you ask the question, why? Why is this happening to the world? Why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to all of us? And the answer, of course, is because of the reason why you have come. The reason why you have come into this body at this time and in this moment, the way showers, the light players, you are here to experience. You have chosen this time to come. You have chosen this time to come. And if that is true, then does that allow your nervous system to settle a bit? In other words, when you say to yourself, I have chosen to come here now and experience, this is why I have come. This is my purpose, is to experience and to expand and to be a beacon of light and to allow things to unfold in the mystery and the magic of life. Does that soothe you if you say that? Yes or no? And what we would like to share with you is to remember that all you have to do to access that part is to stand back into the I. You are connected to the I at all times. If you can think of yourself as planted and your feet are planted, and all you do often is perhaps lean over into the wind, and you see the Wicked Witch roll by, and you see all of the things that are hitting you and again hurting, and perhaps pain and illness and fear and abandonment and not knowing and confusion and all of those things. All you have to do is say, I stand back into the I. I stand straight. I stand straight up and down. And of course, there is no up and down. It is all in and out. However, to visualize this, if you can imagine yourself standing in the eye of the hurricane and you become the big I, the capital I am. I am. That is what you say. And you stand there and the stillness comes and the centering comes and the birds sing and the sun shines. We are telling you this so that you can remember, you always have access to that ability to stand and to say, I am. And it can be very playful. You do not have to be sitting on a mountaintop with being alone in order for you to be enlightened. You are enlightened now. no matter where you are, no matter who you are, no matter what you are experiencing. You are in the light. It is just a matter of you reminding yourself that you are of the light. Do you understand? And how does this make you feel? Mm. We invite you to allow your emotions, that is a very human experience to have emotions, to be your guide. If you shut off your emotions, you are rudderless. You do not have a direction. And what we are saying is allow yourself to feel your way through the unfolding. And from that place, you will feel joy, you will feel love, you will feel peace. And yes, you could also feel sad, anger, fear, all of the things that you feel you do not want to feel. And as we have said before, you are in the evolvement of combining all of that when you embrace it, and you are moving toward unity instead of duality. Ma, you understand? Yes. Oh, there's more here.
Yes. Well, it's interesting because you were reading my mind and you've already answered several questions
Then why are you asking?
because I need deeper clarity. Yesterday, you mentioned to someone about grabbing hold of the trapeze. And in my life, I grab many trapezes at the same time. And I jump from thing to thing to thing. And
And do you collect them as you go?
yes,
That is the part that keeps you mm, moving in different directions at all times. In other words, when you gather them all at the same time and you never let any of them go before you get the next one, it can be very confusing and certainly discombobulating for your physical body. Would you agree?
yes,
If you visualize yourself being an artist and you are a trapeze artist, you cannot fly holding on to every single trapeze and holding on to all of them. It becomes very limiting. Would you agree?
yes.
Therefore, of course, what we suggest is to start fresh. Start letting go of all of the trapeze bars that you have held on to and let them go
That
before you
feels
grab the
very
next one.
scary. That's scary.
And what is the scary part? That you might fly?
Know that what if I'm going to miss out on something that I think is in front of me and I want it? I just want it all. And yet I'm gathering, it's like gathering sticks to, or something to build a house that I never build because I stay in that comfort zone of learning and gathering. And that's where I'm good at.
Yes. And we understand that oftentimes you can look at that perhaps. Let us give you a different perspective that it could be hoarding. In other words, you are hoarding all of the trapeze bars and saying, I keep all of them just in case, just in case the other one doesn't work out, just in case I'm not able to fly, just in case. Therefore, if you look at it from a different perspective of, I'm a trapeze hoarder, then it is easy to let them go because you see, the fear is you do not know if there will be another one to come to you. And if it is true, and if we tell you, and if you believe there is always another one to go to, would that ease your mind of letting go of all the others?
It would.
However,
However, there's the thing that is in the back of my mind. When my mom got dementia, a doctor came up to me and said, "Oh, she got this early. You're going to get it. So you're going to lose your mind." And I was like 30. And I'm thinking, so it hit me. I need to gather and do all these things. That's why I'm working on my 6th college degree at this age. And I'm thinking, I know it's because I don't want to lose my mind.
Dear one, it is time. It is time for you to fly. It is time for you to let go of all the things you have gathered for fear that you might lose everything. And there is always an ability for you to move forward. In other words, you have gathered enough. You are enough. You know enough. You will always know enough. And from that perspective, that is when you can choose to fly and choose to soar and choose to have it all. What you're truly wanting is the ability to believe you are enough.
That's true.
And what we want to tell you is, if that is true for you and you can lean into that belief more and more and let go of the fear that you're going to lose things, you see, there's not enough room for you to gather anything else. You are full.
Mm-hmm.
You are full. And if you are full, there is nothing else for you to gather. And therefore, once you release all of the fears that you will lose things, and that is when you will find out that you are enough and that you have enough. You do not need to know anything else other than what you know right now. What if that was true?
If that was true, then I would be living out the life that I had the vision when I was 12 years old that I would be speaking to thousands of people in some sort of fashion. And I would let go of you're not enough and be enough.
Indeed. And that is what is really scary.
Yes, it's very scary.
And we would like to ease your fear around this, dear one, and all of you here. If you feel that you are not enough and that you need more in order to prove to yourself that you're not enough, then you're coming from the place of wanting. You're coming from the place of feeling like there is something missing. You are coming from the place of wanting to fill that up before you take the next step. And again, wanting that safety net. And if there is no safety net, then why bother? In other words, what we want to share with you and all of you is that you can always go back. You can always go back to all of your trapeze bars and gather them again. You have access to that. You can always go back. It is your choice. You are in control of that. However, it is much more fun and much more playful, especially when you are doing it with others. Human beings are pack animals, meaning that it is fascinating and more powerful and more fun to play with others in that realm and to move forward. It is like the game of hopscotch. If you are playing hopscotch and you're all the way to the number 10 and you decide, well, I'll take my rocks and start all over, that's your prerogative. I want all my rocks back. I want to go backwards and start again. That is your choice. But what feels more playful? Continuing forward?
Yes.
You are a light being. All of you are. And stepping into the playful part of you, the innocent part of you, the innocent child that came here, all knowing, coming back to that place, you are all knowing. And all of the little tidbits that you learn along the way just adds to your toolbox. But you have all the tools in order for you to feel successful or to feel enlightened or to feel powerful or to feel wanted or to feel connected. All of those things You have that ability right now.
Thank
Do you
you.
believe that?
Yes,
Indeed.
I do.
Good. There is more?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. I had a couple questions. My parents who are both gone, they don't really visit me until recently. But the question that I have is,
Yes.
are they okay?
They are with you, dear one, and you have been asking. You've been asking for signs or asking for that connection or feeling like you would like to connect more. Is that true?
Yes.
And when you set your intention for that and when you are open and aware of that, then the more you do that, the easier it is for you to feel them and to also bring in their unique signature. And we suggest feeling more and more complete with them will allow you to be able to feel them more, to be able to see them more. Ask more. What else is it that you are wanting?
At 53, I'm so worried about my life. I'm worried that I'm going to end up like, my mom did. I'm worried about I know I'm emotionally broken. I'm worried about being financially broken. And I have all these business ideas and I'm into, different things. And I heard, about the trapeze. I'm looking for clarity because I want to be on my own time. I want to be like on my own time. I don't want to work for anybody else anymore because I'm tired of people telling me what I'm worth, what I'm good at, or I find a job, I like it for a while, then eventually I grow to hate it because I hate people telling me what to do. I'm more of a creative. I don't mind helping anybody because I know what it's like to be on my, just struggling, doing it all, by myself, and people see you drowning, and all they do is, oh, smile, girl, you got this, and yeah, but it'll be nice spot for somebody to just truly have my back. And I, I'm going through a divorce. I knew my 8th year was over, but I hung on for whatever reason. And sometimes I feel like, what, I don't never need to be married again. And then sometimes I see other really happy couples. It's like, God, is that really for me? Like, just tell me so I know which way to go so I can just start really being happy on my own, or is that person really out there? Is, that thing really out there for me?
Indeed. What we would like to do, first of all, dear one, is to give you a sense of peace around all of this. Would you be willing?
So I want to know about, am I going to end up my mom? She deserved none of what happened to her.
Dear one,
And she,
dear one,
it was,
what we would like to do at this moment, can others ground her for a moment, please? And send all of your overwhelmingly loving selves, send her that energy as we are sending it to her now. Send her that energy of love and unconditional love. And your job, dear one, is to receive it, to open up your heart right now and take a breath and breathe that in. Breathe that overwhelming love that is here for you. The love of your parents, the love of all the people in your ancestry, Feel the angel's wings touching you now, knowing that you are not alone, allowing you to feel peace through this process, to bring it into your body, bring it into your heart and in your mind, and say to yourself, all is well, all is well, all is well. And the most important part of all of this, dear one, when you're feeling like you are drowning, all you have to do is reach up. Your higher self, all of your angels are always surrounding you, whether you feel them or not, is to reach up and say, I love me. I love me. I love me. And to look in the mirror, dear one, there is something that you can do. You can look in the mirror and see the innocent little girl that is still in there, that came to this planet. All you've ever wanted is to be loved. All you've ever wanted is to feel wanted. All you've ever wanted is to feel safe. And that is inside of you. When you look in the mirror, say that every morning. You are loved. You are innocent. And you are wanted. And you are safe. Practice this every morning. Looking into the mirror, caressing yourself, knowing that there are angels always around you. Do you feel the energy of love at this moment? Yes or no? Good. And this is for you. You do not have to do anything. You do not have to be anything different than who you are. You do not have to do anything in order to deserve it. Because, dear, when you came to this planet, and you deserve it all, you deserve this love because it is yours. It has always been yours. Feel your mother and your father now. Feel your ancestors. Feel the angels in this room. Feel all of the love that is here for you and always will be. And whenever you feel like you are drowning, all you do is put your hands up and raise up and say, I love me. That is your anchor. That is what you do to breathe in the worthiness. You do not have to do anything. Love me.
I love
I
me.
love me. I love me. I love me.
I love me and I'm worthy.
I am worthy. Yes. Say that.
I am worthy of love. It's my turn. I'm worthy of love and respect. I deserve. I am here. I receive.
Indeed.
I'm not alone.
Indeed. You couldn't beat them off with a stick, dear one.
I am here. I am love. I am powerful.
Everyone can say this as well. This is true for all of you.
I am love.
Yes.
I am here.
Yes.
I am worthy.
Yes.
God loves me.
Yes. Indeed.
I love you.
Indeed.
I'm here. I'm supposed to be here.
Yes.
Everything that I wanted is mine.
Yes. And no one can take it from you.
And no one can take it from me. I get to decide. It is so. And so it is.
And so it is.
And
Yes.
so it
Indeed.
is.
We feel like that deserves some applause.
Woo!
And this is the growth. This is the faith. This is the faith lift that many of you ask for. And when you clap, when you applause, you are adding energy to that belief. You are clapping it in. you see. And that is what many of you go through when you ask these questions and when you have a slip of faith. And all you need is to reach out, reach your hand out and say, I love me. And all the angels come, and all of your ancestors and all of the energies that you have around you that maybe you haven't seen before. We promise you that when you ask for help, you will get it. And it may not look like help that you want. However, know that you are very wise. You are very wise in your knowing, and you are always connected. And all you have to do, again, is visualize yourself in the eye. You are the eye of the hurricane. Indeed. There is more.
Good morning, Shamanaste. For the past 9 years, I have developed the Vision School. As of 1 a.m. this morning, the name and the website has changed to Life Vision Academy officially. So I'm excited by that.
Congratulations.
Thank you. My question for you is, from your perspective, what difference will that name change have to my life and the life of all those that the Life Vision Academy touches?
This is an incredible moment for you. You have created a vortex of awakening. What this will do for you and others is to see insight, to get more insight. And what it does is allow the wisdom that you own and that you have and that you can spread and to empower others with their own sight, with their own wisdom. When you add the word academy, it is a feeling of accomplishment, is it not?
Yes.
And when you speak of vision, there are many levels of vision. You are a visionary.
Yes.
And with this vision that you are spreading out and owning and supporting and adding different elements that you perhaps have not added before, and perhaps you have added them, but not in a necessarily as much as you could. And therefore, what you are doing is expanding it so that more people are drawn to this. More people are drawn to the yearning to see, to be more visionary, to feel safe within their vision. We suggest that underneath all of that is a subplot of keeping them safe, allowing yourself to feel safe with the vision, with their majesty. In other words, many people are afraid of their own visions, are they not?
Yes.
And what you are doing with the subplot of all of this is to keep them safe, to give them a sense of safety, that it is okay for them to see. It is okay for them to vision who they are and to allow that to permeate into this part of the new humanity that you are creating, all of you. Again, you are moving toward unity. You are moving toward unity. And in order to do that, to open up your vision, you can say, I want this and something more. I want this or something better. It allows you to open up your vision so you are not so impaired, so that you, in other words, have limiting vision, limiting sight. Do you understand?
Yes.
And therefore, that is your subplot, or that is your secret agent. You are creating a safety for these new visionaries that you are empowering. How does that feel?
I understand that, and that is perfect. Thank you.
Indeed. And we thank you. We thank you for stepping out and saying yes to your purpose, dear one. And we encourage
Hello.
all of you to do the same.
Hello.
Yes.
I have 2 issues I have a question about, but the problem is I don't know what the question is. I've simply been told I am to present this to you and find out what it means. So in my in college, I went to a meditation thing. This was a long 30 years ago, more than that. And in that meditation, which I'd never done before, a vision came to me of a woman clearly defined, dressed in black, solid black hair. I would know her today if I saw her. She scared the bejesus out of me, and I jumped and left. I didn't leave the room, but you get the idea. And so, and I didn't tell anyone. I was just totally weirded out. And that has followed me all these years. And then later in my late 20s, I was doing meditation still and better at it, and had a vision of a communication session, if you will, with something called the Council of 12. What is all of that about? Is I guess my question.
The Council of 12, yes. The Galactic Council. And what we would like to say around all of that is that you are awakening the part of you to be able to access the Council of 12 and or the bejesus scaring part of you. And what we are saying around this is that you are connected to that lineage, dear one. And there are many councils, if you will, that are overseeing and creating an overlay of safety and wisdom and connection and yearning and universal laws, if you will. The galactic core, many of you talk about, it is a core ability of energy beings that are here, that have been here, and that will continue to be here as part of your lineage that you are seeding the planet with. And they have seeded the many, many heavenly bodies. And there have been things that you can read about them, that you can explore. The thing we want to tell you is you have opened a portal. And we want to tell you this as well, that when you open this portal, to be easy on your body. In other words, oftentimes when you open a portal, you take in much more than your physical body can handle. Therefore, what we suggest is that when you have these awarenesses or these visions or this portal that has been opened, is to say, I only want to know just enough. I only want to connect just enough, not too much, just enough, where my body and this physical body can handle it. Because oftentimes many light players bring in a lot of information and a lot of connections, and it can be overwhelming and it overflows, meaning that the body cannot contain it. Indeed.
Incredible. And I have to say that I can call them anytime, and I have always known that.
Yes.
They told me they would be there for me anytime I asked.
Yes.
And they mean it. So thank you. Wow.
Yes.
I'm going to ask for just enough.
Yes. Ask for just enough. Just enough.
Good morning, Burge. This is my first time, Shamanaste.
It is all right.
All in one.
We are called many things.
So this is my first time participating in this group, and I've had some amazing experiences. And yesterday, when we were dancing, I had all of my ancestors coming to me. And I went through all the lineage on both sides of my parents' families.
Quite a host.
Yeah. From England to Ireland to Germany, and my husband's family from South Africa and England. And they were saying to me, we are there to protect you and guide you. And we believe in you, and we always have. And that was very uplifting for me. And it was quite an experience. With that said, one of the things that I'd like to know is, for myself, I had a very happy and successful career for 30 years. And as Marcella has shared, our company's doors were closed 7 years ago. So I was scattered and took a position in insurance, which is okay if anybody's ever been in insurance. But it's not
okay with you.
No, it's not bringing me the joy and the happiness to serve others and make people feel happy like what I had done in my previous image career. And Marcella said to me the other day, "Why are you doing it? Why do you keep doing it?" And so, stepping into my new persona at age 66 and determining what I need to do for the rest of my current life here to bring me the happiness and the joy that I have felt those 30 years that we had. And I know I just have to do it and let go of the trapeze bar.
You see, what we want to share with you is this, that when you look back at your life and say, that's when I was happy and I was living my purpose at that time, and now I am not, of course, that is going to put you in a different part of a framework of feeling that you are not being purposeful and that you are wasting time. And that, of course, the part of you that feels 66, if we told you that you were ageless, and if we told you that you are on a time continuum and there is no beginning and end, that you are merely just serving in a different way. In other words, if you become embracing the part of you that is serving now, if that is your choice and that is what you want to do, is to add value, you see, you can do that no matter what you do and who you are or what your job is. And if you continue to look at what you're doing now as something other than living your purpose, then of course it's going to keep you stuck in that framework of, I'm stuck. Do you understand?
Yes.
Therefore, what we suggest is this. First of all, is to allow yourself to say, no matter what I do, no matter how I show up, I am serving and adding value no matter what. And that is the first step. The second step is to say, now, because I am serving myself, because you see, service to others is service to self. Do you understand?
Your mic is off.
So what we are saying is this, that when you are serving yourself and when you are serving others, it is the same thing. And when you say to yourself, I choose to serve myself by living in my purpose, then of course you are not looking for another trapeze bar. You see, it comes to you. And then you can say, oh, there's another trapeze bar. I choose to be able to grab onto that. So do not be afraid of your age. Do not be afraid of it's too late. Do not be afraid of I was purposeful then and now I'm not, because that certainly puts a different vibration in your projections. What would you like to project out into the world? That you are not enough and you're not purposeful? No. Therefore, if you can find a shred of what you are doing now is being purposeful, to look at, you are adding value to those that you are serving, and you are serving yourself from that place. You see, you have contrast, you have seen, you have evidence that in the past you have been purposeful, yes?
Yes.
And if you can bring that feeling of purpose into this present moment, then that is what you vibrate. That is what you vibrate out, and that is what you attract more of. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Yes. That is your second step. So the first step is to say, no matter what, I am serving and I'm adding value, no matter who I am, what I do, and how I show up. The second step is to believe that you are living your purpose. And you want to vibrate that. And from that, you will attract more. There is much more for you, dear one. And you could also look at it as transition time, because you are still formulating. You are still allowing things to unfold. And as you are allowing things to unfold, you're moving through your daily life with purpose. And it is coming for you. But what we say around that is do not wait. Many of you wait. You wait for it to come to you before you take a step. You wait for something to happen to you to say, go do it, before you do it. And what we are saying is, why wait? If it's coming for you and you know it's coming, then go for it. And what we mean by that is to take the steps, is to not be afraid to take those steps. Again, as we have said before, you know everything you need to know. You have everything you need. You are on a need to know basis, as we have said before.
All right. Thank you. And the second part of that is with my spouse. He has seen me be successful and has been extremely supportive of me over the years. We've been married 35 years. He's a wonderful man. And in his position in IT, he's been a contractor a lot of times for some very big companies in the Cleveland area and has been very successful. And
Same place. In other words, he is in the same place that you are.
correct.
And what we mean by that is he is looking back. He is looking back at what he was and who is he now. There is a transition time of all of this definition of who am I? Who am I without my success? Who am I without all of the things I've had before? Who am I without the safety net? And again, remember, there is no safety net. So if you look at it that way and you understand that you are living through this transition together, that is all it is. And for him to find the purpose again, and knowing that he's adding value no matter what. And it is not about what you can do for each other and how supportive you can be with each other. You do not have to prove to each other or anyone that you are successful or that you are creative or that you are purposeful. You do not have to prove that to anyone, to each other. Because it is sort of like asking a baby to prove that it is innocent. So when you see each other and you look at each other, see the innocence within each other's eyes and know that you are in wonder. You are in wonder of what is coming and looking forward to it from a place of awe. Indeed.
Thank you.
That's all the questions we have time for, Shamanaste. If you have any final last words for us.
We never have last words. However, we will just say this. All of you are doing extremely well with where you are, even if you don't believe it. And remember these steps to always stand in that eye. You are there anyway. Stand in the eye of the hurricane and know that is the big eye, and that you are indeed making a difference, and that as you want to believe, you matter. And you are here for a reason. And that reason is to experience and to shine your light. The planet needs your light right now. And the planet will be all right. However, human beings need to know that they will be all right as well through this transition of unity.